Hey guys, OHG here. I just want to thank everyone for the 400 subscribers. It's amazing to me that I'm on this journey now. We are only 600 away from getting a silver play button. Uh, Never thought I'd be able to say that. Um, so the first thing I want to do here is just say that if you want to know when I'm going live or when I post a new video, make sure you hit that notification bell, set your notifications to all, and then you're good to go. This video is gonna be a little talking game video. Gonna play some Fatal Fury and tell y'all a little bit about myself because a lot of you are new. Um, so I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I'm OHG. My name is Chris, actually. And I am a huge, huge fighting game enthusiast. I started playing fighting games, I would say, between the ages of 5 and 7. I my first experience with a fighting game, like a lot of people, was the original Street Fighter 2. My mother had a bowling league, and that was one of the only machines in the whole alley. And I got some tokens because they had a token machine. And I played Street Fighter until she was done. Um, Fast forward a couple of years, and that's when the original Mortal Kombat was released on the world. And I would always go to my local arcade, which was called Sports World. And one day before I was leaving, I saw the Mortal Kombat 1 arcade machine with Kano and Johnny Cage doing the demo, and I had first seen the hard rip by seeing somebody else put a quarter in it and doing it. I was afraid of the game, yet intrigued by it all at the same time. And so subsequent trips to Sports World had me wasting an entire roll of tokens on Mortal Kombat. My dad actually had to hold me up to the machine so I could properly press buttons. At that time, I wasn't any good. And I've been obsessed with Mortal Kombat ever since. I had all the home versions. I had the Genesis. So I had 1, 2, and 3 on the Genesis. And that's how I kind of occupied my time. For years. And those versions will always be nostalgic to me. I can't believe they're coming back in the Legacy Collection. Can't wait for that. Very, very, very excited for that, actually. Most importantly, I'm excited to finally play the arcade version of MK4. That's something I never got to experience because my time going to arcade was coming to an end. I did have MK4 on the Nintendo 64, so I was aware of how MK4 played, and I cannot actually wait to try that. And I don't know why that rev blow didn't happen. I hate fighting this character. Um, so we fast forward a few years. I'd say quite a few years. I had met with a friend of my father because I had always wanted to get involved in the gaming industry somehow. And this gentleman was a very prominent game developer for Activision in the 70s and 80s. So I just wanted to pick his brain a little bit and see how I could get involved in the industry. And my best way of getting involved in the industry was starting up a YouTube channel. And so I had put out a fundraiser with his help, and a bunch of people backed my cause and helped me get the equipment that I have now for streaming purposes. I had quite a few. I had one very, very notable donor. Shout out to Kerry Hoskins, who played Sonya Blade in the version of Mortal Kombat 3 and NBA Jam. She was in NBA Jam and Revolution X as well. So that was very cool and surreal for me to see. And my channel mostly is, yes, I do play a lot of fighting games on here, but my main passion in life is accessibility. I believe video games should be accessible for all. They are a known healer. I think mostly because video games are a great way to keep your mind off of whatever ails you at the time, and accessibility is extremely important to me. I feel like there are a lot of developers that are getting the picture now, but there are still a lot of developers that either do not get the picture or refuse to get the picture. I'm looking at you From Software, makers of Elden Ring and all the Souls-like games of the world. But it's been my mission to make sure that they understand the importance of accessibility for everyone. And ironically enough, the genre that I love the most, fighting games, I feel have made some of the best strides in accessibility. I look at Street Fighter 6 with the modern control scheme. I look at this game with the smart style, and a lot of fighting games now are having these types of configuration because Street Fighter kind of set the precedent for modern controls. Actually, if you really think back, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that started everything with the simple controls. It would be a disservice for me not to mention that. One of my friends would be very upset with me if I didn't give Marvel vs. Capcom 3 its due diligence. But like I said, a lot of companies do get it with accessibility, but a lot of companies don't. And what I mean by when they say they don't get it, they either don't put accessibility options at all, or they put the, oh well, let's put the color blindness on there. Let's put the let's put hearing aids on there so that, you know, people can hear what's coming better. When disability is not all just about visual and audio. When I think of disability, I don't even think of it as being in a wheelchair. I think of it as you broke your arm, or yeah, you broke your arm and you're sitting at home bored in a cast, but you still want to play games. And there aren't enough games where you can play a game with one hand and still enjoy yourself, right? Disability it can also be defined as temporary. So I think accessibility options are a godsend, and I wish a lot of companies would follow suit. I actually give Xbox a lot of credit because they actually made their adaptive controller. Now, I have their adaptive controller. I use it for games that use the right trigger, that I have to, hold something down. I have a video that I will link at the end here. It'll be somewhere up in one of the corners. I have a video where I win a race in Forza 7 with my head, and that's because I connected a light touch switch to my headrest, and I'm able to accelerate just by putting my head back like that. So I will put that video somewhere up in the corner once this is done. But yes, my main concern is accessibility, and I really think most fighting games have gotten it now. I'd say the only one that hasn't really adapted a simple control is Mortal Kombat. I wish Mortal Kombat would come up with a simpler control scheme. But a lot of them have. Some of them have done it great, like Street Fighter and Fatal Fury, and some of them have done it bad, like Tekken. With Tekken, you can turn on the simple controls at any point during a fight. So I kind of think it's cheap that someone can be getting their ass kicked the entire fight, and then once they start losing, they just decide, hey, let's turn on these controls that allow me to do combos at the touch of a button. I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think if you're gonna have it on, you should have it on from the beginning, and if you feel comfortable taking it off, you should be able to go in and just take it off. Right? It's kind of like training wheels. But yeah, guys, that's me. That's all about me. My main characters in fighting games are I play the Bogard brothers in Fatal Fury. Hence my Wolf ID Bogard Bros. Because I can play both Terry and Andy, I'd say reasonably well. My main in Mortal Kombat, I've been messing around with Ermac lately, but I've always thought Johnny Cage was a cool character. I played him in 11, and I really want to play him in 1, which brings me to my next piece of fighting game advice. If you are passionate about a character, don't pay attention to tier lists. I feel like we put too much stock in the tier list. As long as a person is good with the character, like, that makes the character viable in my eyes. I don't care too much about frame data or anything like that, because I'm not trying to go to Evo, right? I'm I'm 39 years old. I'm trying to just enjoy fighting games. I'm not going there to be exponentially sweaty and trying to win that Evo money. It would be nice, but realistically, I ain't trying to win Evo, and I know a lot of people aren't trying to win Evo because there's only a handful of people in the world that are actually good enough to do that. But yeah, guys, that's my piece of advice. If you're passionate about a character and somebody says they're low tier, screw it, man. Just play the character you want to play and enjoy yourself. Honestly, enjoy yourself because that's what these games are supposed to be for. They're supposed to be for enjoyment. And don't let anybody take that joy away from you. Alright? As I get my ass kicked by a lady in a dress, I suppose there are worse things that could happen. But, wait, can we bring this back from this? Yo, come on. Yeah, you damn right we can. Let's go. Um, but yeah, guys, that's about, that's all about me. I want to thank you guys for the influx of subscribers again. This is awesome. We are about 600 away from qualifying for that silver play button, which is something I would have never dreamed of when I started this channel. I think 5 or 6 years ago. And years ago now, I forget. I started to pick up this hobby during the pandemic where nothing was going on, and I was trying to figure out something positive to do with myself at a very negative time in the world. But I'm grateful that I picked up this hobby and was able to turn it into something. So I owe you guys for that. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate it. Oh yes, somebody told me I had an amazing sign off, so I'm gonna do it. Always remember, as long as you have 5 fingers and a belief in yourself, you can do whatever you set your mind to. I'm OHG, and please remember to have a great day and keep playing fighting games. Don't listen to the noise. Block it all out. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you in the next video.